Hello, welcome to my game, Chrono Squad. What is this game? Well, this is a game where you play as a soldier, fighting against rogue AIs and robot minions in turn-based combat, all while dealing with the threat of being sent forwards in time every couple of turns. Basic rules for this game. Your objective each level is to reach the AI core and to destroy it. Once you destroy the core, the level is completed. Every couple of turns you are sent forwards in time. The thing you do to stop this, you must be prepared for the consequences. Some of the consequences of this jump is the enemy is able to repair any damaged forces as well as some additional forces onto the field. Who are your enemies? Well, in this game, your main enemies are the robot minions. Some of these minions include the heavy tanks, light drones, and long-range sniper bots. Also, an enemy in this game is time itself. The longer it takes you to complete a level, the more time jumps happen, and the more enemies get summoned onto the field. How does combat work? Well, combat works on a two-action system. Two actions can be taken each turn. Some of these actions can include moving, attacking, or using ability if you have one that you're able to use. The character you choose defines the ability you have. Richardson can throw an area of effect grenade. Gale can dash, so they can move twice with the cost of one action. Tina has a Chrono Sphere ability, which allows any units inside of that sphere to go forwards with you in time. This is a passive ability. And Vel can siphon an enemy's health to regain his own health. What is the jump? Well, when a jump happens, the player stays in the same spot they were before the jump. Only after the jump, the enemy forces, if any are damaged, are healed, as well as additional units on the field. But also when a time jump happens, you're able to change which soldier you are using, which allows you to regain health and to change out your active ability. Some decisions the player might make in this game is which enemy to attack. This is useful. If a time jump's about to happen, you can destroy an already weakened enemy to prevent it from healing. You can also move to get away from enemies that aren't able to move or to get further on in the level, especially if a time jump's about to happen. If a time jump's about to happen, something could change, like there might be a laser wall there next turn, so you might want to go ahead and be on the other side of it instead of having to deal with getting through it. What will the game look like? Well, the game will be a top-down game with 3D objects on a 2D plane with simple enemy designs, and the only humanoid units on screen will be the humans themselves. What about the competition? Well, similar games include XCOM 2, Invisible Ink. What makes us different is we'll be much smaller in scope with a set number of levels with no character progression. What you have in this game is it, but there's not a bunch of things you have to go through and unlock. What are the risks involved in this game? Well, making a fun combat system. We want to make the game fun to play, and the game's mainly about combat, so we want to make that fun. We want to make there might be a risk of not making enough unique levels. We want each level to feel different than the previous one. We also want proper difficulty scaling so that each level is more difficult than the previous one, but not artificially. We want good enemy AI so the enemy is actually a challenge for the player. We also want unique enemy designs. Well, like each one is different than the previous one, not just a more beefed up version of an enemy you have fought previously. We also want different characters. As you saw earlier, we want each character to feel different and to be able to act differently than the previous one.